Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new video of This is Gamelord. Today we are back with Grey Eminence's preview series. Today we will take a look at geography and religion. Starting with geography, the geography will be split into 4 different parameters: terrain, climate, land size, and forest cover. First parameter will cover the tiles terrain. The most common terrain types you will see across the world are plains, hills, and mountains. You have 2 types of terrains related to mountains: peaks and plateaux. Peaks are tiles with such steep slopes that they are impassable and cannot be traversed at all, while plateaus are more or less plains, but with some important difference. And food plains, these tiles are more productive for agriculture, especially when irrigation has been constructed in the tile. Then the last option for terrain is wetlands. These tiles represent swamps, marshes. They are difficult to traverse, but can be drained into regular plains. The second property of land tiles is their climate. It represents its seasons and temperature patterns, which have an important impact: agriculture and weather. There are 5 general categories: tropical, dry, temperature, continental, and polar. Tropical climates can be broken down into rainforests and savanna. Their average temperatures are above 18 degrees Celsius across all months. In reality, these climates are prone to seasonal droughts, but their effects can be alleviated via irrigation. Dry climates are characterized by low participation. They include arid and semi-arid. Like tropical climates, their temperatures are high enough to sustain plant growth throughout the year, but not all crops can survive the significant temperature amplitudes. Dry climates suffer from a perennial lack of water, so the actual agricultural output is significantly lower. Temperature climates house the majority of Earth's population in 1356. They are subdivided into subtropical, Mediterranean, oceanic, and subpolar. Continental climates consist of continental, highlands, and boreal. These climates usually occur within larger land masses and feature high temperature altitudes. The final climate group is polar, which contains the tundra and polar climates. Of the two, only the tundra climate is somewhat hospitable. Forest cover is the number of units of land that are occupied by dense forests. The presence of forests has important impact on the tile. It makes transportation and logistics more difficult. It also prevents the construction of buildings once all non-forested land has been used up. You can manually clear away forests to make more room for useful buildings, but you probably don't want to clear out every last tree. Maintaining some amounts of forest will allow you and your elites to construct logging camps, which produce wood in a sustainable fashion. Of course, if you've committed the cardinal sin of deforestation, you can always reverse course and attempt to restore lost forests. You will likely clash with vested interests when doing so. Alternatively, you can always completely depopulate a given area and let nature slowly heal on its own. Combining a tile's terrain with its climate allows Grey Eminence to determine how sustainable it is for agriculture and animal husbandry. In general, animals are a lot easier to please than crops, so any tile that's suitable for crop harvesting will also be good enough to graze on. Note that each crop has its own unique preferences of temperature and precipitation. Then the weather. Beyond simple tiles, terrain, climate, Grey Eminence has a broader system of weather that can affect entire regions of the globe. More weather will be explained in a later Dev Diary, but the things we already get to know is there will be seasons, storms, monsoons, hurricanes, and tornadoes. Now we go further through religion. Prior to the emergence of popular nationalism, faith was the binding force of civilizations across the globe. As such, religion interacts with many other systems in the game will be something you will definitely want to keep a close eye on. The majority of the religious game mechanics are expressed at a denomination level. Each denomination is divided by its combination of doctrines, stance, and idiosyncrasies, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So let us start with doctrines. Each denomination has a set of doctrines which define its overall structure and high-level mechanics. Doctrines control everything from how denomination's clergy is organized, its theoretical foundation, which genders are allowed to join the clergy, and whether the clergy can marry. Then the second part of religion, the stance. Historically, one of the purposes of religion was to tell how to live your life. This is where stances come in. Each denomination can have an official stance or on any number of social, political, and economical issues. Crucially, individual countries can override them with their own local stances, which reflects traditional practices. So far, we have covered the religious mechanics that are shared by all denominations. In contrast, idiosyncrasy are unique mechanics that are usually restricted to certain religion or theological doctrines. They not only give each demonization its own flavor, but only make its gameplay distinct. Grey Eminence got a lot more idiosyncrasies, plans than doctrines or stances. Examples include baptism, legalism, human sacrifice, pacifism. All those add unique mechanics to various aspects of the game. For example, we will take a look at monasticism. Why I need the words to be so difficult. Which by default is present in most Christian and some Buddhist Hindu demonization. Countries that follow monastic demonizations can construct monastery buildings in tiles, which employ monks or nuns. These spiritual sanctuaries can significantly increase the literacy rate of their communities and can accelerate the emergence of certain technologies. We've mentioned that religions and cultures in Grey Eminence aren't static. Now we get a bit of insight into how denominations can change over time, but more detail will come in a separate dev diary. Reformation and heresy are the two main ways where denomination can change, and they are really two sides of the same coin. Both processes aim to change aspects of a certain demonization. This can be any combination of doctrines, stances, and idiosyncrasies. The outcome, however, are radically different. In case of Reformation, the demonization remains whole, albeit modified. With heresy, the entire new demonization emerges to challenge the previous order. And that was it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit a thumb up, subscribe, and click on the bell notification to be notified when I upload the next part. And join my Discord to get notification when I upload the next part, new video, or when I'm planning to do something. I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.